also played Kulebra and the Souls of Limbo. This one I played the demo of, found it really promising back then. And I either didn't know or didn't remember that it was coming to Game Pass day one. So that was really that was convenient for me. But I would have bought this game, or rather, in retrospect, I would support the buying of this game.
Right.
It's the game where you are a bone snake in limbo, helping the dead with their troubles so that they can move on. And the art style is reminiscent of Paper Mario, doing like a Dia de los Muertos aesthetic, like a Day of the Dead aesthetic. 2D cutouts in a 3D world, that kind of thing. And it's an adventure game. So, item puzzles, talking to characters, rolling around a world. It also has sort of a time loop system, sort of like Majora's Mask, where certain things happen at certain times of day, and most characters forget everything each day unless you reach them emotionally by progressing their storyline. It's not nearly as complex as Majora's Mask. I just use that as a point of comparison. I'm happy to say it's a wonderful game. It executes what it sets out to do perfectly, I think. The adventure game puzzles and the challenges, they're varied and fun. It's not just finding keys to locks all the time. It's actually varied. It has, thoughtful, sometimes moving character stories, but still a sense of, whimsy and humor a lot of the time. It even has boss battles, surprisingly, for an adventure game. And mechanically, they do something I don't think I've seen before in an adventure game, but I wish more did it this way. Instead of combat or, just finding the right item, it challenges your knowledge of things that you've been told in the world so far. So you actually have to pay attention to the dialogue and the story and even the world building. Like it might be on a sign you read or something like that to do damage in the fight against the boss. It's not like that makes it sound like you have to literally like be super attentive and pay attention to everything. And it's not like if you miss one thing, you'll lose the fight or anything like that. It's like it's a combat, so there's like health essentially that you were making progress on or losing, that kind of thing. So you might not get everything, but you might know some things, and that might be enough to win the fight. There's only a few of those throughout the game, obviously, because they're bosses, but it's a neat mechanic, and it helps with the immersion into this world because you actually are referring back to things you've learned. So and it's a fun world to pay attention to, I think.
I'm digging it.
Yeah. Other than that, the game lets you roll around your snake body to go faster, and one of the primary mechanics is smashing your skeleton into environmental objects. You do it a lot to knock things off or to activate things. So that's like a very satisfying and fun. It like way better than just pressing A on stuff. You know what I mean? Like you're rolling around to move faster, but also crashing into stuff to like make stuff happen. It's just like a little touch that makes everything better. As snakes do. They roll around like a hoop and just full body blast into stuff.
Yeah.
My uncle was killed that way, actually. But
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Overall, I'm just really impressed. I hope to see more from these developers. Apparently, the core team is two brothers based in Illinois, although they had other people working on the game. And the game's development took 7 years until we have yeah, I mean, it's an indie project, I guess. And it feels like a game that took genuine development time, so I'm not terribly shocked. But we have a genuine contender in the adventure game space at the end of that. So Kulebra and the Souls of Limbo, definite recommend for me.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I'm following it. I think this could be a game that I play with Kate.
I say do it.